like the sound of that. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another TCR podcast, episode 136, baby. What's up, babe? How you doing over there?
I'm good, babe. I'm chilling, ready to get today started.
Yeah. Happy hump day, you guys. Good morning. Thanks for joining us, and let's get today started.
Let's do it, babe.
I'm excited because this weekend we had an eventful weekend, right? We did a lot of things, but one thing that stood out for me is that for the first time ever, we went live on Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
We went live on Twitch, and I think after our live experience, there's nothing that we can't do on Twitch anymore, right?
For those of you guys that don't know what Twitch is, because apparently a lot of people don't, it's another app, kind of like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, another app called Twitch, and it's literally just for streaming, going live the whole time. And it's very popular because a lot of the bigger TikTokers have been using it lately and going live for hours and hours and hours, like throughout the whole day. It's like a reality TV show. So when Mondo told me about it, I was like, you guys know I'm down for whatever. All right, let's do it, right? And he's like, but we got to go live at least 4 hours. I was like, all right.
Easy money.
Easy peasy, right?
Yeah.
But we ended up going live for 8 hours.
Yeah, I think it was 8 hours. We started at 3 p.m. and almost ended at 11, which is crazy. At that point, I'm like, if it's 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, it's easy.
Yeah.
You know, we could do it. And one comment that stood out was that someone said, it feels like I'm there with you guys. This is like a whole complete different perspective from vlogs or anything. Like, I was literally following Lily Bay around the whole time, and she would get the camera, she'll do selfie mode, she'll record me. It was like a whole different experience. Yeah,
and on Twitch, you're able to be yourself a little more because they don't have as many restrictions as TikTok does. So yeah, it was for me, it was actually very easy. Yeah, I have been on live previously, like 3, 4, 5 hours on Instagram,
like constant, right?
Or TikTok, but I felt like it was even easier because I don't have to sit in one spot while I'm on live. It was like kind of following me around, so I was still able to go about my day. Yeah,
right. And I'm excited to see what Twitch becomes because TikTok at the time it started like a dancing platform and just people dancing, doing dance battles or whatever that was at the beginning. But now it's like a whole vlogging, a whole different experience. You go on there to learn. You go on there to like, just entertain yourself. It's Google. And right now, Twitch is just streaming. For the most part, it's a lot of gamers right now, just gaming and playing games. But now that the TikTokers are jumping on there, they're streaming like their whole day, their experience in Miami, or their carne asada, or they threw a huge banger, or pretty much just their day.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see like how Twitch evolves.
I think it's a good platform, and especially for me at least, to do more like event type things on there. Like I would love to probably Twitch or live stream our bachelorette or like the wedding, or if I go dress shopping again. I feel like that would be a cool way.
Like events,
Yeah, especially if I have somebody following me around because it doesn't feel as much. It doesn't really feel like work too much because you're just
feels natural.
I'm doing my thing, right?
And I know what will take off too later on is like a get ready with me or ask me anything because people are on the chat, and it's just about it's literally just about communicating with the chat, the people on there, and going back and forth. That's like the huge thing. That's why now there's a new term called chat. Hey, what's up, chat? What's up, chat? Like they use that as a chat, and instead of hey guys, it's more like hey chat, So one huge thing that is going on right now and is about to start, I think in a couple days, is Streamer University. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I've been hearing, but I have no idea what that is.
So just in case you guys haven't heard of Streaming University, it's pretty much Kai Cenat is hosting a huge, get together of TikTokers,
and what's
content
Kai
creators.
Cenat?
Kai Cenat is pretty much the biggest streamer on right now, the hottest one.
Okay,
with the most followers, and he has like the most motion right now. So he's hosting a huge, he's doing it in his mansion, huge home, and he's getting like the top streamers. He's getting the people that are coming up. Wendy Ortiz, you got DDG. You have so many Twitchers on there, and his main reason to doing this is to get everyone together and create pranks, create a lot of content, and a huge collaboration in one home. I'm excited to see what comes out of there because there's always new creators that can come out. There's always some sort of drama that might happen. There's just so much that can go on in this streamer university that's super exciting.
Yeah.
He had people put in like videos and tell them why they should be accepted to this streaming university. Like, what's her name? Wendy. She had to make a video and it went public. And I thought it was super cool. I think it's super clever what he's doing, and he's just trying to blow this streaming platform up, which looks like you're ready for streamer university over there with your glasses and your outfit. ¿Sí o no?
No.
¿Sí vas o no?
No.
But
I'll watch.
Are you excited to see this new platform of streaming?
I think I am. Even though, like, believe it or not, I don't watch too much. How do I say it? One, I had never watched any streamer. I just got on this past weekend to
because
stream,
of me, kinda.
and that's it.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see something new coming because we've had TikTok for a while. Like, there's always phases. We had Facebook for a while.
MySpace.
So now is it Twitch?
Is
time?
it Twitch?
I
We
don't
don't know, but it's something that's come supernatural to Lily. And honestly, to me, I'm not that good in front of like camera. Well, I am, right? But like as good as Lily, where she could like come up with things to say right away. Like Lily's really, really good at that.
Yeah, I never thought about it.
It might be a great thing for Lily to jump on there. We don't know, but like Lily said, events, get ready with me, and just things like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like every day. Maybe like once a week.
Or will it?
Oh my God.
Más chamba para Lily, babe.
Yeah.
But what I'm excited to see too, like I said earlier, is the collaborations, the new TikTokers, the new streamers, the new Twitchers that are going to come out of there with the pranks and with things like that. But talking about pranks, babe.
What?
If you had to drink 100 shots of tequila, right?
Hell nah.
And you got paid $1 million, but you had to drink it in 1 hour.
Me, 100 by myself?
And you could call anybody, and you could call anybody on your phone right now and be like, come to the bar, let's drink these shots for $1 million. Who are you calling?
Can they be baby shots?
They got to be shots.
Nah, babe. If they're baby shots,
all right, baby shots.
I'm gonna call Brittany
Murillo. She'll kill him, right?
Help me with the baby shots.
So how many are you drinking? Are you drinking? It's going 50 and 50?
Can I call more people?
No, it's just one person. And all right. We'll change up the rules. Call 2 people. So it's going to be 25 or 33 shots. And one is going to take
Damn,
this.
who else would I tell? It's because 33 shots is I guess baby shots.
It's half.
Maybe like 15 shots,
Lily
right?
Bay over here changing the rules already.
Because I don't like shots, you guys. But then right now that I randomly said baby shots, I automatically thought Brittany and Brianna because they both like baby shots too. But who else?
I know. Beauty Bird. She'll fucking kill that shit.
God.
Bro. She don't want the baby shots. She wants the big shots.
If there's something about Beauty Bird, she's about them shots.
Yeah, she loves the shots.
She'll help.
I think she could kill like 50 easily. She's gonna take 50 like nothing, like water.
Yeah. I guess those
like
two.
send 50 more, no pasa nada. Shout out to Beauty Bird. We love the vibe that she brings when it comes to like desmadre.
Yeah,
right. It's like the perfect match.
People that are down like to get lit for sure. One of the people that are down to get lit for sure.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if I'm talking funny, it's because you don't even know this, babe. But my pinche rubber bands that I gotta wear for my braces.
They're tight or what?
They've been cutting me lately.
Oh my God. Oh, that's why you had the wax down there?
I tried, but that shit didn't work.
Damn.
And somebody told me in my comments too, like, oh, be careful because it cuts you. And I was like,
rubber bands cut you?
Yeah, I was like, I've had them on for like 4 days already and I'm fine. But we're like a week, 2 weeks into it and bitch.
But what's crazy is that you've never had the problem where your actual braces cut you.
Yeah, not really.
Well, at least you never
a little
complained.
bit, like one time, but that was it.
But your rubber bands are cutting you.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's like the friction of the rubber band up against my lip.
Well, good thing you're almost done with that whole adventure.
Hopefully. Damn.
How much more time you got? You don't know?
I think they said like 1 more month. But every time I go, it's like,
every
you're
time it's a
almost
little
done.
more.
You're almost done. You're almost done. Okay, so what if you had 100 shots that you had to finish? You could only call one guy because guys could take more. Who do you call?
One guy. The first guy that pops into my head is Fern. That boy could drink, and I don't know where he puts those shots at, man. That guy could freaking drink those 19. What is it?
Maestro Dobel?
No. Don Julio
70.
Cristalino del 70. That guy could drink that shit like water.
Yeah?
So, okay, pour those 50 shots, 50 for him, 50 for me, but make sure they're cold, and we're going to kill those.
Yeah.
That's easy. Easy money. Go bring them shit.
Y Ramiro no, right?
No, Ramiro no. Ramiro's babysitting, man. He'll want the Maestro Lovell for sure, but he'll give it away. He'll give them away. He'll probably take like 2 shots.
That's funny.
He'll be capping. Like,
it's funny
no
that
cap.
we brought up the same
Group
circle.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. Because let's say George, he's a lightweight, man. I'll be honest. When it comes to like shots, he's a lightweight, and he'll go ahead and hide. No me va a ayudar to get these $1 million. I need these $1 million.
Yeah.
And I think for sure Fern. So shout outs to Fern. Let me know if you're down. Let's make this money.
I
baby.
know, I'm not down. I'm just saying it for the podcast. Don't
That's
do that
funny.
at home, you guys.
Nah, don't do it.
But anyways, regardless, good thing that they're free shots because nowadays shots are expensive, like 20, 30, 40,
Babe,
$50 a shot.
what do you know about paying for shots?
That's true.
One thing for women, well, at least for a beautiful woman like you.
Oh, even though I look like this.
One thing that never happens is that face cards never decline. Have you heard of that term?
Oh, yeah. I've been seeing
Face
it on
cards
TikTok.
never decline, pretty much meaning that if you're beautiful or good looking, you could get away with anything at the bar, anywhere, right? Pretty much for a woman to go to a bar, right? Or no, let's say a club. A woman goes to a club and walks in with like 3 other, good looking women. And somehow, some way they get into a VIP full of guys, right? Is it bad for them not to spend 1 dime
Hell nah, because I used to do that all the time.
and just take advantage? But the girl's being respectful. She's not leaving with the guy.
Oh, yeah, no.
She's probably not sharing the number. Maybe might share the Instagram, but not the phone number.
Yeah, the Instagram for sure.
And the guy's just spending his money. What's your take on that?
I don't care because for me, the guys, they're trying to look like, I got
Stunt.
all these baddies, I got all these stunts. Okay, then stunt.
Okay.
Straight up.
Do your thing,
Yeah,
baby.
Dale, compra lo que, cómprame todo, yeah.
And back
So-
in your day, before Impromando, how
we
was
still-
that?
Babe, you know damn well. Sometimes, I'm going to expose you or no?
I know exactly what you're going to say, so
What,
go ahead
what?
and say it.
And I'm not the only one because I've seen others. Sometimes there'll be like random people, like not like followers. Because, here
Yeah.
in Tampa, we have majority of people don't know me out here, obviously, right? So there'll be like random guys like trying to buy me a drink if Mando's in the restroom or something or is not around me. And I'll be like, yeah, let me get it. And then Mando comes and I get it.
So if I'm not present, the guy gives you a drink.
Because a lot of the times I'll be like, no, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got a man. And they'll be like, but where he at? Where's he at? Nah, well, he's not here right now. So I'll be like, okay, give me
Free
a drink.
Free
I
drink
got a
for
free
me?
drink. There you go, babe. Here's a free drink. And I'll tell him straight up, yeah, that guy bought it for me. He'll be like, okay.
I'm like, fuck it, free drink for me. Is that bad? Is that bad for me and you already have the drink. They already gave you the drink. Is that a bad thing for me to be like, all right, well, let me drink it, or should I toss it out? Nah, right? It's already paid for.
Yeah,
What's
no,
a big deal?
obviously I go to the bar and see and everything, It's not like a random drink off the side of the table somewhere. But regardless, I don't see nothing wrong with it. The guys, if they're not going to splurge on you, they're going to splurge on somebody else. Might as well save your coin.
I guess this guy or these guys already had the mentality that they were going to go buy a bottle anyway and try to stunt. But but there's girls that do this every weekend.
And what's wrong with that?
And
I
they
don't see nothing wrong with that.
I guess the girl's looking and maybe.
Men son los guys.
That's true.
But.
That's crazy though. Like men.
But you know what's even crazier right now that you're telling me this? To me, guys buying drinks for girls.
It's just natural.
It's natural. It's like a thing. It just happens. Girls get free drinks all the time. It's not just me. It's a lot of people. But I didn't know about certain clubs where a guy pays you to dance with them until you came around and you told me that.
Oh wait, I have to tell you this story.
Yeah,
right now.
what?
So
You did it to
no.
somebody?
I've never paid for. We're talking about like dancing, like like Mexican dancing, not no strip club dancing.
Yeah, no. So like it's usually little clubs like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And the guys ask the girls, hey, can I dance
Yeah.
with you? And I'll pay you
$5.
$5 a dance.
All right. This was it literally like 15, almost 20 years ago when I first saw this. So we go to a club. I used to play in the Duranguense group, right? We go to a club and there's these, women. But these women are not Mexican, babe. They're like Colombian, Venezuelan, Puerto Rican. And they're showing as much as they can, right? And these clubs are
all
more
ages.
like all ages, right? These clubs, yeah, like I'm talking about like 18 and then some are like 50. Like there's all ages. There's like 20 of these. These ladies get loaded up from Miami in a van. Let's go to work. I swear, babe. That's how it works. That's how it works. So they get loaded up in the van. They show up literally like 10 p.m. They're there from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. They're working. All right. So
that I didn't know.
Let's clear this up. And I'm gonna paint y'all a picture right here. There's a lot of people from like Chiapas, from Guatemala down there. So you can imagine what they look like, right?
Because most of the
agriculture workers.
Yes, it's these little clubs are like in the middle of like where there's a lot of agriculture workers. Yeah. Correct.
So these guys are like, not the greatest dressed, like they're not dressed to impress.
Very humble.
There you go. Very humble guys. They show up and I mean, in those clubs, there's not really that many like new people. Like these ladies already, like they're used to coming already. What do they call? They're usuals or whatever that word's called. They show up and the guy, they already know. There's a routine already here. But for a new guy that doesn't know, he's a little confused, which happened to me. Okay. But these guys go, ask the lady to dance. At the time, it's $5. ¿Quién sabe cuánto costará now? $5 to dance. The funny thing, here's a funny thing.
We need to go and record this.
And record it with the glasses, right?
Yeah.
So here's a funny thing.
And I'm going to charge too, honey.
The funny thing.
$20 a dance.
The funny thing is that when we would play in the Duranguense group, we would have like songs which is like bam, 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 it'll be a mashup.
A potpourri.
A potpourri. It'll be a mashup of like songs, and we wouldn't stop for like 15 minutes, right? And it got to the point where these ladies or these women will come up to us, be like, hey, you guys' songs are too long. So they were dancing for 15, 20 minutes for something that was worth $5, which was hilarious to us. So then once we saw that happening, right, we had to adjust because we're there for business too. We're making them happy, making the dancers happy, making sure everyone's happy. So we had to pause every song. But here's the funny part. So one time we're like, de mamon. I'm like, hey, Dalfo, one of the members of the grupo. I was like,
now
hey,
you putting them out.
Hey, Dalfo, let's mess with these girls, right? But not like mess. Like let's mess around. He's like, here's like $5, but in quarters.
You are so wrong for that.
So he goes to dance, and the girl's like this, $5, and he's like, okay, yeah. They dance. He freaking takes out like a handful of quarters with pennies, and the girl is counting the money right there, bro. I'm like, oh my God. That's messed up.
You would do that.
But yeah, that was funny. That's a little anecdota, a little, story time.
So yeah, let me know down below if you guys have ever heard about this, if this happens in the small towns in your areas, because when I first heard about it, I was shook.
That's funny.
And then after you told me that, I kind of started hearing a little more of like other people telling me, and I was like, damn, that's really a thing, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
so now I'm wondering if it's still a thing, and I want to go see.
So here in Tampa, in this area, you've never seen that?
Never. Ever.
No,
well, what clubs would be like
true.
that? There's no like Mexican clubs like that out here.
Yeah, and it was crazy because at the time when we first started, the group was not known, right? But then we continued to go to these clubs, and we started getting known, and we started getting new people, right? New people to come see us at these clubs and everything. And these new people would want to dance with these women, and they'll get like hit with $5, but they'll dance with them, and then like they're dancing all night, and now they have a $200 tab. They're like, what the hell's going on? But these ladies have securities. So if you don't pay, you're gonna get in trouble. So yeah, it's
what the hell?
It's a whole business going on
like
down
a
there.
Pimp.
Yeah, it's literally a pimp. That's a driver. He picks them up in Miami or wherever they're coming from, Fort Lauderdale, drives them up to West Palm, and time to make some money, and they be making bank.
Damn, that's
Making
crazy.
bank. So yeah, that is.
I wonder if they have any that charge like $20 a dance.
I mean, I'm sure. I would like to know if the price has gone up because that's been years. Talking about 20 years. So inflation and all that. They've got to be charging like $10.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that is face card never declines, and I know for sure your face card will never decline because my baby is beautiful. But don't be asking guys to dance for $5, eh?
What? No, they gotta ask me to
Oh,
dance. Right. I'm not gonna ask no guys.
All right, you guys, we'll be right back. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to part 2 of episode 136. And I was like, babe, man, tengo unas pinches ganas ahorita de irme a Mexico. Que no manches. Like, America versus Toluca is playing. And it's going to be the first time ever that someone in my life is fighting for a 4th championship, which is America. I'm sorry. This was not part of the segment, but I'm just going to give it to you guys. Shout outs to Club America. They're making me super happy right now. And I'm excited to see them beat Toluca this weekend. They play Thursday, they play Sunday again, and we're going to go for a 4th-time champion, baby.
Yeah?
So shout out to America. Let's get it. What's up, babe? You ready? Si nos vamos
By
a
the
Mexico,
way,
no?
I don't know nothing about soccer. I just sit here and listen to Mando speak about it.
So comment down below si le van a la América y si no, don't comment.
O si le van al Toluca.
You're not
bash
invited.
Mando, bash his ass para que se le quite.
But babe, there is a TikTok trend right now. Pretty much is saying, leave a couple pictures. It's pretty much you post a couple pictures and they got to guess where you're from, right? So I want you to tell me, right? I have to guess. I'm going to act like I don't know what part of Mexico you're from. So you're going to tell me pretty much what is your state, the state you're from, what do you eat in a day?
I would say where I'm from, we start off with some people call it largas, but basically quesadillas de guisados.
Okay, in the perfect world, right? Oh my God, that sounds good. Una
So
salsita.
good. Extra spicy, please. I like the chorizo con papa, larga.
I like when the cheese like is a long cheese. What kind of cheese do they use? Like
I have no idea.
Philadelphia cheese or something? Fire.
Then later on throughout the day, as a little snack or a little pick-me-up, I would do a guacamaya.
What?
All day.
What is a guacamaya? I think they're also called No, not guajolotas. Guajolotas are something else.
So, yeah, it's basically a bolillo with freshly made chicharron, but like soft chicharron, not like a hard, meaty one, just soft, crunchy. And then they add a bunch of aguacate inside of it.
And a real spicy salsa.
And then like a super spicy, there's like 30 different salsas out there that they use on this, but a super spicy salsa on top. It sounds so basic.
Yeah.
And the first time that I ever heard about this, I was like, nah, like, I don't even care about it. And to the point where we only got one.
Yeah. We're like,
we'll just share it. Like,
my uncle was like, nah, like you gotta try this. And this is the spot.
yeah.
You know?
And long story short,
We've
that
been going
shit
every year.
was fire.
Every time we go, we gotta stop by.
Yeah. So every time we
First stop.
first stop, honey.
All right. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, later on for lunch, I would do some enchiladas mineras.
Oh my God.
Enchiladas mineras.
Yes.
Not no green enchiladas, not no
Red
mole
enchiladas.
enchiladas. No, enchiladas mineras are top tier. My mouth is watering right now.
What is the perfect enchilada minera? What does it have to have?
So, I feel like some people don't fry them sometimes. It has to be fried.
Your
tortilla
perfect one. It's got to
has
be
to be
yours.
fried.
Okay.
Okay. It has to be also topped or on the side with papa y zanahoria.
Uh-huh.
And I liked my enchiladas to be topped with, I might get a little bashed, but I like lettuce.
Okay.
I like sour cream.
And cheese.
And extra cheese.
Sprinkled with cheese.
Yes, love it. And a little piece of chicken on the side.
Oof.
And a Coke Z.
Let's go. Así de fácil.
Así de fácil.
All right, that's your lunch. I'm getting hungry, babe. You got to stop talking about food so
Shit's
much.
fire, you guys.
That is really good.
10 out of 10. And then if I want another little snack throughout the day, if I'm just being a fatty right at this point, unos garbanzos asados. They sell them al vapor too, or even boiled sometimes, but asados.
That's funny. Like this year was the first time, earlier this year, that I like sat down. I'm like, all right, let me eat some garbanzos. Typically, every other year, I'm like,
He never wants to. And
now
I
this
feed
year,
for it.
I'm like, yeah, this is fire. Little
Garbanzos
salsa.
con chile, sal, limon, Valentina. Super shaken. I like a lot of condiments. So put all the lemon, put all the chile. I can eat them dry too, así sin nada.
Okay.
Pero with everything, beach.
Little Valentina, sal, limon.
The reason why Mando's not a fan is because at the end of the day, it's a vegetable. Or a lentil or a bean,
true.
whatever. And Mando doesn't like anything that has to do with being a
That's
veggie.
a lie. That's a lie.
It's true.
Don't cap on here,
It's
baby.
a bean. It's a bean, right?
Yeah, it is.
So then for dinner, I will probably have some mole, pero con fideo seco.
I've honestly just started eating it with fideo seco, and that is like top tier.
Do you like it more than rice now?
Yes, it's gotta have that. And when like your people from your rancho make it, it's perfect. Like
Yeah.
we go to weddings, we go to parties, and like they always have that, and I'm always expecting that. Fire. Don't give me the rice. Give me the fideos.
I love
For
the
sure.
fideo seco. And nobody does it, just the people from my rancho, really. And then if I want a little snack later on, because I haven't said nothing sweet, anything with cajeta, basically. It's very popular out there.
Yes.
And another random snack that I'm going to throw at you right now that a lot of people do eat,
A ver.
they call it the coca pan.
Coca pan.
Coca pan. It's a fucking thing.
A ver.
I don't know
What
why.
is the coca pan?
Literally that. Un pan dulce, like una concha or something,
yeah.
and you eat it with the Coke.
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Let me guess. You're from Guanajuato.
Shit. ¿Cómo
Donde la
sabes?
vida no vale nada. No, yeah, that's
No,
literally
yeah?
the Mexican Guanajuato thing to eat.
Did I miss
you know?
anything?
I don't think. I mean, you got like las charamuscas.
I don't know what that is.
Charamuscas is like the freaking mummies. You know the mummy candies.
I never had seen that.
I mean, you
until-
have that. I think you got it all. Like, you know, other than like tacos that you eat all over Mexico, but like I think you hit it right on the
like,
head.
because a lot of people, I wanted to be very specific because I would see a lot of people put something that was very broad, like tacos. Tacos is all over Mexico. I mean, known for tacos is la Ciudad de Mexico, though,
Yes,
right?
yes. Good tacos, Ciudad de Mexico. for
Like
sure.
chorizo, Toluca,
Or Tijuana.
carnitas, Michoacán, you know?
Yeah, man, I'm getting hungry.
Mariscos, freaking Mazatlan, Sonora. Anyways, yeah, fire. 10 out of 10, babe. So that would be my food. Did
All
I
right.
wait,
Nah,
is
I
there
think you
anything
got
in your pueblo that like us with the fideos?
I mean, I don't know, but I think this is all over Mexico, but I might be wrong. Like los pollos asados, they're everywhere in
Yeah, they're
Guanajuato. Everywhere in Guanajuato, but I think they're everywhere else in Mexico too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like pollos asados in Mexico, they're like everywhere. So we can eat that too. So yeah. Unhinged hot Mexican takes, babe. And I saw this on TikTok. I'm like, I got to bring this up because this doesn't make any sense. And then when I did bring it up, people were like, yes, I'm the same. They said, I don't like aguacate, but I love guacamole.
I
How
saw that.
does that make any sense?
I saw that on TikTok and right away I thought about Miriam. Miriam at her warehouse is the same way. She doesn't like aguacate, but she eats guacamole.
Makes no sense.
Well, it's kind of like you. You don't like tomato, but you like ketchup.
That is true. Huh. I like spaghetti sauce and I don't like tomato. Like, I hate tomato on my burger.
He hates tomatoes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just got brain. Someone said things that don't make sense. La torta de tamal.
Oh, yeah. Mm-mm.
Carb on carb on carb.
Yeah, my family likes that too. And I
Yeah,
don't
it's-
mind it, but it's just not like, oh my God, this is the best. Like, no es algo que se me antoje.
Yeah, it's known as la guajolota. That one's la guajolota. I think it started in Ciudad de Mexico. It's literally a quick meal to get your carb up, a good breakfast, and bam, let's go. But to me, a little too much carb. But don't bash me. If you guys love it, no pasa nada. Another thing that is like a hot take that some people like and don't like, los tacos de tripa.
I know, absolutely not. Mm-mm.
I
want
can't
that.
eat when the tripa is super chewy. But if the tripa is like, you know, a little
Extra
toasted, crispy, then that's good. But like extra chewy, como que me da
A mí,
cosa.
tacos de tripa, lengua, sesos, cabeza. No. Sorry, babe.
Okay.
Nope. I don't want it. Give me just regular carne.
Regular bistec, yeah. Vámonos.
Yeah.
Chicken or chorizo, yeah. We have another hot take. No decir mande es falta de respeto to your elders. What do you think about that?
So that word, I never even knew or like was taught that word until in my late 20s that I heard somebody saying it, and I was like, why do they say that so much? Like, what does that mean? And then they told me. So for me, no, it's not. We weren't even raised with that word. My mom doesn't use it. Like, nobody that I know use it. So
Because instead of saying mande, you're like, ¿qué? ¿Qué? To a lot of people, that's disrespectful. So you got to say mande. But that, like you said, we weren't brought up. I wasn't brought up like that. But I've evolved to learn to talk to.
Boy, you don't use that word. Who are you trying to lie to? No, I've never heard you say that word.
I guess not. I mean, I use it very randomly cuando se me ocurre, pero not really. All right, my bad.
I've never even heard my grandma use that word.
Okay, what about, like you said earlier, don't eat menudo, cueritos, or carne de puerco. And in Mexico, that's really hard. That's really hard to avoid.
Carne de puerco.
Yeah, carne de puerco. I feel like even when you go order like tacos de bistec, they ask you like tacos de puerco or de...
Yeah, fun fact, and I want you guys to try this. A lot of taqueros, they have the options of al pastor, bistec, what else? Chorizo. And recently somebody was like, well, most of the taqueros, their bistec is bistec de puerco, bistec de carne de puerco, because bistec is the cuts of the carne, not necessarily saying steak like beef.
Yeah.
So one year I tried it. I asked every single taquero, right? Remember? Because there was a phase where I wasn't eating no puerco at all. I still don't really eat it too much, but I'm not as picky as I was. And I went and I asked every taquero, and every taquero, bistec, you know, whatever they have it. And I'm like, okay, pero is it bistec de puerco or bistec de res? Bistec de puerco, bistec de puerco. And I was like, holy shit, this whole time, my whole life, I'm thinking it's bistec de carne de res and it's bistec de puerco. So fun fact.
Fun fact. There you go. Lily Bay bringing the fun facts. Lily's going to bash me right now. She's going to bash me right now because she's going to say that's me.
It's still fire though. But
that's me. Not adding cilantro or cebolla to your tacos.
Wait, you do add cebolla and
I
cilantro?
used to not.
Oh, yeah.
I used to not. And wait, childhood memories. I used to go to Mexico and they'll make fun of me. I was like, ¿cómo la querer? Con todo. No, con la pura carne. ¿Quiere tortillas también? Oh, sí, tortillas. So like the taquero at that point, because I would go every night. And he'll be like, just fucking with me. To be like, ¿quiere tortilla también? Like, yeah, tortilla and the meat. Not, please, no cebolla or cilantro, you know, or no salsa.
So when I first got with Mando, not only Mando, but him and all his people, nobody liked cebolla or cilantro. Nobody. So it was weird, like, as an adult, seeing a group of adults in their 30s all together say, no cebolla or cilantro. You know, I was like, what?
Yeah, I feel like now it just adds, like, you need
extra.
it.
Give me all of their cebolla and cilantro. So then now Mando gets it with everything.
Have to. Even, like, the extra cebolla that they, like, cook on the grill, that's fire, too.
Yeah, but why didn't you eat it before?
I wasn't used to eating so many veggies. I mean, my life changed when I went vegan and I only was able to eat veggies, and I was like, fuck it, I got no other choice. But that was early on in our relationship. I'm talking about like 2017, 2018.
We went vegan together for Cuaresma.
La cuarentena? Cuaresma, my bad, yeah. Another hot take. Dang, this one's funny. Me casé con un chino, pero no me gusta la comida china.
What?
A Mexican lady. Make that make sense? I mean, Chinese food is just fire, man.
Yeah,
like some lo mein.
She probably hasn't had anything
some
good.
Orange
but
chicken.
How could you not? I feel like
egg rolls.
Every ¿cómo se dice? Like, for example, we all have rice dishes. Mexican rice. Puerto Ricans have arroz con gandules. Cubans arroz moro.
Right, it's just like a mix.
It's just a different type of rice, and then they have fried rice. So is it that you don't like rice, or you don't like the stuff that they put in it, right? Or like, let's say we have carne asada, right? But they have the I guess it's Korean, but the Korean little carne.
Yeah.
You know the.
Yeah.
They have like
the
we
beef
all have
rib,
like
yeah.
our version of asadas too. So what is it? The flavorings that they season with? Probably that,
Well,
right?
I'm about to mind fuck you guys right here.
What?
Because Lily, she fucked me up. I was like, there's no way, babe. She said that Chinese people don't eat Chinese food. What did she mean by that? She said they don't
American
eat
Chinese
right.
food.
They don't eat orange chicken. They don't eat bourbon chicken. They don't eat none of those crazy concoctions that you see at the Chinese restaurants at the mall. Is that right?
That's what I saw. I don't know.
And they do eat like their
They
lo
do
mein,
eat rice.
their
They
rice.
do eat some of the things, but a lot of the Chinese
Like
food that
food?
we know here is not a thing
That's
out
crazy.
there. Kind of like when we see Tex-Mex food,
Chimichangas.
we know that's not Mexican.
Right.
Same like concept.
Like Mexicans don't really eat a lot of quesadillas, like how or big ass burrito. Like Mexicans don't eat that. So I
Yeah.
guess the same thing with Chinese people, huh? You know, let me know down below if Lily
We've
Bay's
never
right or
been
not.
to China, but that's from that was from my research.
But
that
maybe
I
even
saw.
if you go to China, they'll still cater to that because they know there's a lot of tourists coming,
Maybe,
and they know. But like when you go to like these deep Asian restaurants, the menu is not that huge versus when you go like to these here on Main Street or whatever, and there's like 50 different options, orange chicken and just un desmadre what
Yeah.
us Americans like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you should ask your mom. What would they eat?
That's true.
Because his mom worked at a Chinese spot.
I'm gonna ask
so
her.
what
We should get her on the
usually,
phone
I
right now.
remember when I would go see them, when I would go buy food at a Chinese spot, or like when
Probably.
you go get your nails done and stuff, they're eating like super small portions, something very small and tiny. Like it's never the big old portions that you see.
Hola, ma. Una pregunta ahorita rapidito.
Espérame, dime.
Cuando trabajabas en los chinos, el dueño comía su comida o no comía todo ese desmadre, él se comía su arrocito, ¿o qué comía?
Él no comía su comida, él nos hacía especialmente la comida de nosotros, a nosotros las
Ajá.
trabajadoras, y él se comía su comida que nos hacía a nosotros también.
Entonces,
Pero la comida de él no comía.
Él no comía el orange chicken o nada de eso.
Nada de eso, nada. Puro vegetal y pollo, pero él no comía nada de él, de lo que hacía él, nada.
Oh, wow.
That's
Dang.
cartoon.
Ok, ma, al rato te hablo.
¿Sí? ¿Por qué, hijo?
No, nada más. Al rato te hablo. Estaba haciendo un estudio aquí en el podcast. Órale, bye. Yeah, so there you go. I mean,
told
my
you.
mom worked at the Chinese restaurant for at least like 10 years, so she would know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's great. You guys are learning
I
here on the
got your
podcast.
ass. Ya
You got
ves?
me. A couple
Mando
more.
things I just be talking on my ass.
You
That's
do
what
though.
it is.
A couple more hot takes before we move on. Escuchar banda or corridos at the gym. You do that?
Hell yeah. 1,000%.
And
I be jamming, boy.
talking about that, playing banda or Mexican music at an upscale Mexican restaurant in Mexico. They don't do that.
That's crazy to me.
You still that still doesn't
That
make
shit be
any
pissing
sense.
me off. So yeah, I was literally telling my friends about this that I grew up. Okay, I would say we are here. I am. Let's say my grandma was here first, then my mom, third gen, right? Third gen, right? And I grew up very in a city where there's not a lot of Mexicanos at all. At all. We could go weeks without seeing not one somebody else unless we go to a Mexican store or
Yeah.
something. But other than that, right? So with that said, that's why I don't understand, right? I still grew up going to Mexico a lot and being very cultured, like being out there with my tias and, you know, listening to banda and all of that. So fast forward to starting to travel a little bit more outside of the rancho. Well, no, my mom would take us everywhere, like
Right.
all over Mexico, but as kids. So you don't pay attention to that type of stuff. But now that we're older and we go into all these like random restaurants, Puerto Vallarta, Tequila,
Cities.
like bigger cities and stuff, we'll walk into these restaurants that are super cute, right? But we're still in Mexico, super cute, empty. They're always empty, right?
Yeah, they are.
And we'll come in with like a whole gang of us,
Trying to have a good time.
Yeah, they're super nice and they want us to have a good time. You know, Mexicans, they'll be like, oh, hola, ¿qué quieren que les ponga de música? You know, like you guys could pick because there's nobody in the goddamn restaurant, right? We'll always say, oh, you could play some banda. They always say no.
Their face completely changes. They're like,
No, esa música no ponemos aquí. We understand the corrido.
esa no la manejamos.
We understand the corrido.
Yeah, the narco corridos.
Yeah, we get that. But banda,
like some quebradita or some banda, like love music.
Like banda recodo or something, like chill like that. No.
Yeah, I feel like they just see as the regional Mexican as like a different style of
so
person.
Then, with that said, a few years pass by. I'm in Mexico, and we meet this random girl from Mandos Pueblo. She doesn't live there no more, right? But she was there at the time, and she's from the Pueblo, but she moved to the Ciudad de Mexico, and that's where she claims she's from now, right? And I remember, I don't know what made her so comfortable with telling us, but she literally told us, she was like, yeah, you know, like I don't really like coming over here anymore because I don't listen to that music. Yeah. Like it's not for me, which it's fine.
Well, she thought we were on the same boat, maybe.
Yeah, I think she thought
we got the same vibe
because we're like not from there. We're like American, and you know, Mexican people see Americans as like a little bit more like, oh my God, let's say bougie or higher end, right? When it comes to the rancho and comparing. So this girl's like, yeah, like I don't listen. She was just, the way she was telling us, she was trying to say like she's better than, and so she don't listen to that type of music no more. She's like, yeah, when I was younger I did, but now no more. Like it's not for me, whatever. And the way she was just saying it, I was like, is that really coming out of her mouth? Like, it's okay if you don't like a certain type of music, you didn't grow up with it, and just be like, yeah, I don't listen to that. You know, like let's say some people don't listen to country. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. But it's different whenever they're trying to belittle it. Like, oh, it's because we're better than, so we don't listen to that type of music. Yeah. So then fast forward to like TikTok now. There's like, what is it? Like, I don't know if it's Mexican fresas or whatever. Another type of person
status, let's say.
That also sees banda and stuff as lesser than. So if you listen to that, you're like naco vibes. Right. And I'm like, what? That's crazy to me. You know, and again, this coming from somebody that was raised in an area, like raised in the hood, but in Florida, no Mexicans, you know, like, and I don't see.
Like
I don't put music to a certain status of person at all, right?
But in Mexico, they do.
And I was like, what?
Yeah. I mean, even when we went to Tequila, we were in Tequila, Jalisco. And like Lily said, the restaurant was completely empty. Mm-hmm. No one there.
During the middle of the week.
We show up like 15, 20 of us.
Not a big old bougie restaurant.
We start ordering camarones, tequila, drinks, and everything. They're like, all right, guys, it's kind of quiet. What do you guys want to listen to? No, pues ponte unos pinches, you know, una banda, grupo firme, whatever something was hitting at the time.
Like, yeah.
Like, no podemos poner eso. Ah, no, pues, ¿qué puede poner? No, pues algo como más tranquilo. No, pues Maná. I think he was good with Maná. But because it like plays that part, you know, and it sucks. Crazy. It is what it is, but
because I don't know any I don't know any American genre that if you listen to, you're less than to a certain type of person.
Yeah,
you know, like it's not a thing out here. At least
I guess it's like super duper like hip hop trap music, and I guess it's that. But even you hear Drake and like. You know, you still listen to hip hop in these nice restaurants.
Yeah. Now, 1000%. Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, definitely. They got to get it together and they still have it.
That's crazy, that people think, see, if you listen to a certain music, you're less than. Mm-hmm. But anyways, enough with the drama.
Yeah, no drama, baby.
Ya mañana empieza Gemini season.
But that's the most drama type Zodiac sign in the world, baby.
So something that I'm going to start doing, I'm going to add on to the horoscope segment is when it's the first day of the horoscope, I will read it and then continue with the horoscope.
And today we're gonna start with Gemini, and we know a couple Geminis, and we know
you guys. All of my siblings are Gemini. Dang. I'm a Taurus. My brother and my two sisters are all Gemini.
So you know them. This is your.
I know them like the back of my hand.
You don't even need your notes, but go ahead.
Anyways, Geminis, your season is here. Chaotic, energetic, and slightly dangerous. 1 minute you're deep in a healing journey, and the next you're texting your ex just to check in for research. This week, your dual personality will be fighting over who's the main character. Spoiler, neither one wants to do the dishes. Your lucky color is whatever matches your mood swings. Good luck or bad luck. Honestly, depends which Gemini shows up today. 1,000%.
1,000%. And you could like write it down like for sure.
Every single Gemini so far. There was one Gemini that I was like, damn, you're beating every other like.
It was kind of on the verge to not being a Gemini.
You are not at all. But then, lo and behold, the Gemini came out. And when it came out, it was there, like strong. Like there's no and then ifs or and ifs. How do you say it?
And ifs or buts.
Nothing. I was like, oh, okay. Not that there's a bad thing, but I've been dealing with Geminis my whole life, so I already know. Like
that's crazy. So they were
give
literally
them your space.
And this is what you said earlier. They have two different faces, let's say. Geminis. That's crazy. Wait, can you tell me who this was? No?
No.
Oh. Not on camera.
Not on camera, no.
But we do want to bring up the segment that we had last week is top 3 Zodiac signs most likely to cheat. A ver, babe, what are
Let's go. Number 1. Oh my God. Qué casualidad. And don't think I make this up. This is like online, okay?
Okay.
Number
Research
1
has been done.
Says Gemini. They got 2 personalities and are both flirty.
Oof.
Why they cheat? Because one Gemini is flirting with you and the other one is on Snapchat saying, "Are you up?" to 3 other people. They're ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication.
Oh.
So they're out here communicating with everyone, including your cousin.
A la madre.
Number 2 is Sagittarius. They love freedom more than they love you. Why they cheat? They're ruled by Jupiter, planet of expansion, and apparently that includes their dating life.
That's crazy how like they put the planets and like all these excuses to cheat. It ain't right. But go on.
Number 3, Pisces. I don't know. They're emotional, creative, and romantic with everyone.
Okay.
Why they cheat? They're ruled by Neptune, planet of dreams and illusions, and they truly believe that Sneaky Link was a soulmate in another dimension.
Dang. So pretty much they'll write you a huge letter of how they feel, y no sé qué, but then they'll be texting their side piece anyway. They be cheating, bruh.
I'm like, damn, I don't know. I don't know.
How do you feel about all that? Geminis, nah? Wait,
don't
what's the
think so.
first thing you said about Geminis?
They got 2 personalities, both flirty.
Geminis are a little flirty? I guess so, right?
I think
You gotta
so.
be careful
maybe.
with those Geminis.
Sagittarius and Pisces, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
But anyway, según ChatGPT,
Yeah.
those are the top 3 that cheat.
Let's go. But before we go, I like to close it off with a little motivation, some self-growth. And this actually happened to me, right? So I say this a lot, and it's not the first time that you guys will hear it here on the podcast, but I'm trying to self-growth here. I'm trying to get better. And it's just about getting that shit out of your head. Get it out of your head and put it where it belongs. So yesterday I had a situation and the girls at the warehouse helped me out. Pretty much what happened is that I was trying to get a point across to someone and I didn't start at the right place. I should have started, bam, where the point was needed to be done, speak to the person that had to be spoke to, versus kind of figuring it out on the outside. And the girls at the warehouse like, just send out a text or just call her right quick. But then in my head, I'm like thinking of different ways and what should I do and just processing this information for the last 2 weeks. And literally, you guys, I sent out the text and the person's like, yeah, just do it. So it comes to the point where like, I literally spent 2-3 weeks, I don't know, 3 extra days with this point in my head that could have been done weeks ago. So the whole point to this is like, get it out of your head, just knock it out, ask it. I was just avoiding that situation. I was avoiding that question.
You overthink things.
The outcome,
and
right?
Yeah, you like make up scenarios of what could happen.
Yeah.
Just say it or do it or write it down or whatever it is you need to do.
Yeah.
You know, this has nothing to do with that, but I always say all the time that growing up, I was bad as fuck. Okay? I was bad. Oh my God. That's why I don't have kids yet, because I was bad. And my thing in my head was, at the end of the day, they're not going to kill me. They're literally not going to kill me.
So you're saying
The
your
worst
parent,
thing that can happen is somebody kills you or you die.
Right.
But all these little things, just get it out of your head. Like, why you have them stored in your head for? Or
That's true.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's something that, I mean, I'm not happy for, like, but I do battle with it. And I know a lot of people battle with it too, you know? But I want to tell you guys here on the podcast or here online to just get it out of your head, you know? Just ponte los pinches huevos and attack the problem. I mean, agárrate los pinches huevos and attack the damn problem. Or, you know, just do it versus,
I don't like overthinking things because I see my head as like
it's got to be a clean
filing
space.
cabinet.
Okay.
And the more shit that I sit there that I have to get done or that I don't tell
you
the
set
person that
aside.
I've been meaning to tell the person, the more shit I have to organize in my head to when I just get it out of my mouth and say it and it's out of my head. Like I'm done.
So it's
That's how I
crazy.
see it.
Like so many great things came out of that. Like I started knocking that out. Like 5 great things came out of that I haven't even told you. And I'm like, fuck, I should have just did this. So yeah, that is the self-growth motivation of the day. And hopefully you guys learned a little bit here on this podcast and had a great time. Because I really enjoyed this podcast.
It felt fast though.
It did feel fast. And hopefully you guys had a great commute to your job or limpiar la casita.
And have a good rest of your day, honey.
Have a great day. And we'll see you guys on the next podcast. Thanks for joining. Nos vemos.
Bye.